Hello, welcome back to my series One Teaspoon at a Time. This is week 2's update. This is where we follow Kaidynce's journey to getting off the tube, the gtube that is. So this past week we had three doctor's appointments. One of them was on Monday and that one was with her GI doctor. We only see him every 3 months and we only see him to make sure that she's gaining the proper weight. He does like the nutrition side of the gtube, so if she needs to increase speeds, decrease speeds, when we're introducing the purees, if she's eating like 2 ounces of puree 3 times a day and she doesn't need to be like on the formula that much, he's the one that tells us like what to do with like her feeds and stuff like that. And so he just kind of like monitors her every 3 months. So that appointment went really well. She's 22 pounds and she is in the 75th percentile. Her length she's 30 inches and that makes her in the 78th percentile. And then her BMI was like 22 or something and that put her in the 63rd percentile. So overall, all of her numbers are really good, especially considering that when she came out of the hospital, both times she was like in the 3rd percent. So her chart is like all just totally going up the right way. So everything's looking good. He's really happy on as far as that goes. He also switched her formula. She was doing the Neocate, the hypoallergenic, because she had the milk protein allergy. And so now that she is 1 year old, she no longer, they have different needs. So she's doing Nutrin. She has Nutrin now and it's like no longer hypoallergenic. So we got like a whole, I don't know how many cases. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 boxes of the formula. And the cool thing is with our insurance, we don't have to pay for it. So as long as she has the G-tube, we don't have to pay for the formula. I don't know how long she's gonna be on the formula, but I mean, that helps a lot because 1 can of the Neocate is like $40 to $45. It's like ridiculous. And I know that these can be like $20 every case. So that was good. And with these ones, it's more of it's not a formula. It's more of like an Ensure. And so it gives like all the vitamins that like the G2 babies need to sustain life and to help them grow and stuff like that, to make sure like, and the calories on it I think are a little bit higher because they can't eat, like they can't get their nutrition through the foods that we eat. So all the calories and stuff are like higher on that to make sure that they're getting like everything that they need and they grow properly. So that's a switch. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be a switch in her diet. So we're going to be trying that. And then he talked about, what else did he talk about? We have our next appointment in the end of November. But I mean, basically everything looked good. The one thing that he did say is that, and he was shocked about this, I guess we were supposed to be flushing her G-tube out, and what flushing means is you get like a syringe of like 10 to 15 mLs of water, and you flush it, you push it through after her feeds, and that's supposed to like clean out the G-tube that's attached to her tummy. Well, they never trained us to do that at Kaiser when we originally brought her home and started using the G-tube. So for a whole year, we have not been flushing her G-tube. That's pretty bad, I guess. I don't know. He was just like in shock. I mean, nothing happened to her. She's fine. So we started doing it now, but I just thought that was kind of funny. Like, Kaiser, you need to step up your training game. But so that was that appointment, Monday's appointment. Everything went well. And then that's the only thing. Oh, and they took her off of her vitamin. She no longer needs a vitamin, I guess, because the formula has like the vitamins that she needs. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how her body responds to the formula. So then we had 2 appointments on last Friday. One of them was the physical therapy, and then the other one was the occupational therapy. So physical therapy is fine. She's walking. She's doing good. I feel like that she's going to be released pretty soon. They're not going to really need to monitor her very much anymore since she's walking and she's doing great. They're really happy with her progress. The occupational therapy went pretty good. We have a set of new instructions for her. And I got like this little printout from our occupational therapist with like the kinds of foods and stuff like that she should be taking, and like just like an outline of, she's still at like the 6 to 7 month level, and so it gives me just like things like different foods and stuff like that I can give her for that phase that she's in. So I'm just gonna read you guys some of the instructions that they gave us. So one of the new things is that they want us to give her, I don't know if you guys have seen like the mesh feeder, where it's mesh, it has like a little handle, and then you can put like fruit and stuff in it, and the baby just munch on that and they get like the juices from the fruit. So we've been giving her that and she really likes it. She likes strawberries the best. I've given her watermelon and cantaloupe with it, and then I've tried to give her a peach, but she wasn't really feeling it. So we'll try that again, but she really likes that, and she like walks around with it, thinks she's all cool, but it's really cute. And then they also told me when I'm giving her any kind of fruit in the mesh feeder, to give her, like, to put the fruit on the on her high chair, so that she can play with it and she can like recognize that this taste is this fruit, and so she gets used to the textures and things like that. And so we also were instructed that we can give her 2 ounces of puree twice a day. So we've been doing that, but she doesn't really take the whole 2 ounces. She'll take like maybe 1 ounce in the morning and then 1 ounce in the evening. So we just have to like stay consistent. Whatever she is taking, that's what we give her. They also have us doing controlled sips of formula. She doesn't take a sippy cup and she will not drink formula out of a bottle. So I give her like an actual little tiny cup, or I'll put like water in the cap and give her that, and she'll take that. Or I'll give her, I'll spoon feed her formula or water or things like that. And her occupational therapist doesn't want me feeding her through the spoon any kind of like liquid, because she wants to get her used to a sippy cup. But her GI doctor was like, no, any way that she takes it is good, because what we're focusing on is getting her to use her muscles, to strengthen her swallowing muscles. And I agree more with him, so I'm still doing it. I'm still giving her liquid and stuff like that through the spoon, and just letting her taste and explore that way. I feel like, what's the harm? It can't harm her. So anyways, I'm going against my occupational therapist on that one. But we also were instructed to look for a sippy cup, and I found one. It hasn't come in yet. I ordered it off of Amazon, but it doesn't have a spout, because that's what she doesn't like. She doesn't like the spouts. So it's like a cup, and you sip it like this, but it has like stoppers, so it doesn't like overwhelm her. It just releases a little bit at a time. So I think she's gonna really take to that. So anyways, they have us introducing hard munchables too. And so hard munchables are like, they give me a printout of like examples of it. So I'm just gonna read it off. So it's like frozen melon strips, raw carrot sticks, jicama, celery, baby pretzels, dried fruit, bagel strips, frozen pancakes, frozen waffles, licorice suckers, beef jerky, anything hard, and it's for oral exploration only. So those things are not for her to like ingest. It's just for her to put in her mouth, feel the textures, use her munching skills and stuff like that. So those are all new things that we've been doing. And last week, Kaidynce had a cold. So, well, she was getting over a cold, so she didn't really take to it. It was kind of hard. She kind of had like a little regression, I would say. She wasn't really, she started to at the end, taking like I said, 1 tablespoon like in the morning and at night, but she wasn't doing 2 twice a day. There were points early last week where she would only take like a spoonful. She didn't want the mesh feeder. She, and I can't force her. The more that you force her, the more that they're not gonna want it. So I let her do her thing. But I mean, overall, everything's going good. We're moving in the right direction. So that's what's positive. And we just have to stay consistent. So that was week 2. I'm going to be doing a week 3. We don't have any, well, our next appointment isn't until October 5th, but I will still be putting up a week 3 video, just letting you guys know how she's doing with the feeds. I'm sorry, my phone died again. I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to charge my phone. Then anyways, that was the end of my update. So I will be making a week 3 update and I'll be putting it up next week. We don't have any occupational therapy appointments, so I'm not going to have any like advice or anything new like that, but I'm just going to give you guys an update on how she's been doing feeding at home and with her new formula, stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.